So in our next few problems, we are given one factor of the polynomial and we want to find all the rest of the factors. So to do this, we are going to divide. We can use long or synthetic division. It depends on the problem. And then we will finish factoring the answer, or the depressed polynomial. Okay, so that's going to be our goal. So right now we know that x plus 3 is a factor of this thing. So we need to divide those two. I'm going to use synthetic division. So -3, it's the opposite of that, goes in the box. And then my coefficients are 1, 3, -4, and -12. So we drop the 1 down, we multiply and add, multiply and add, and multiply and add again. So our depressed polynomial, we started with an x cubed. So this is going to be 1x squared plus 0x minus 4. And then that, we want to finish factoring that. So that's a difference of squares. So that's going to factor into an x plus and an x minus. Square roots, and we get 2. So x plus 2x minus 2. And remember, our original factor was x plus 3. So we have completely factored this polynomial into x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 3. And if we wanted to, we could find the zeros and graph it. They didn't ask us to do that, so we won't bother right now. All right, we want to find out all of the factors of this next problem. So we want to start by dividing. I'm going to use synthetic division again, so the opposite of this thing goes in the box. Then my coefficients are 1, -1, -10, and -8. And we're going to multiply and add, multiply and add, multiply and add. We started with an x cubed, so our depressed polynomial is x squared minus 3x minus 4. And then we're going to finish factoring that. Let's see, the signs are going to be different. I'm looking for factors of -4 that add up to -3. So -4 and +1, plus the original factor that they told us about. And that's it. That polynomial factors into x minus 4, x plus 1, x plus 2. And again, if I wanted to put the zeros on the graph and finish graphing it, we could do that. All right, let's check out one more on this video. So we're told that 3x minus 2 is a factor of this thing. We want to find the rest of the factors. Now, because we have 3x minus 2, we cannot use synthetic division on this. So we're going to have to go back to long division. All right, so in long division, I'll change colors here. Remember, my first goal is to get a 3x squared. So I'm thinking, what times 3x will give me 3x squared? Oh, no, wait, that's 3x cubed, isn't it? No. Yeah, that's 3x cubed. So what times 3x will give me 3x cubed? And it's going to be an x squared. So that will be 3x cubed minus 2x squared. Draw the line and change the signs. And that gives me 3x squared. And we'll drop the x. All right. My next goal is to get a 3x squared. So I'm thinking, what times 3x gives me 3x squared? I just need an x. So x times 3x is 3x squared. And x times -2 is -2x. Draw the line and change the signs. And that gives me 3x. And we'll drop the -2. All right, my last goal is to get a 3x here. So I'm thinking, what times 3x gives me 3x? Just a 1 will be fine. So 1 times 3x is 3x. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Draw the line, change the signs, no remainder. All right, so when we divided, this is what we ended up with. X squared plus x plus 1. Now, we want to finish factoring that, which I don't think that factors. I cannot think of anything that multiplies to 1 and adds up to 1. So that's it for our factors. So this thing factored into 3x minus 2 and x squared plus x plus 1. Now, if we want to find the zeros of this function, we can still do that. We set these equal to 0. And finish solving. So I'm going to add 2 and divide by 3. I know I'm not doing all the work, but so we get 2/3. And then since this one doesn't factor, we would have to go to the quadratic formula. Now, I'm not going to write out all the steps. I'm just going to show you what we end up with. I think it's -3. Okay, and so these are going to be imaginary. Okay, so the only real factor of this, the only real zero would be 2/3. Okay, and then these would be imaginary, so they're not actually going to cross the x-axis. So anyway, just so you know, not everything factors. When we were asked to factor that, we had to stop there.